Introducing iPhone 11 Pro. The triple camera system combines cutting-edge technology with the extraordinary ease of iPhone.
Yeah, Apple is up in its photography game with the iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max. And now the tech giant has announced it'll pay a licensing fee to 5 people to feature their night mode photos in future marketing campaigns.
All-new night mode allows you to capture images never before possible on an iPhone in drastically lower light.
To enter the Shot on iPhone challenge, you gotta follow Apple on social media and share your night mode pic using the hashtags ShotOnIPhone and Night Mode Challenge. For all the details, head to apple.com/newsroom.
iPhone is again taking us to a new era of photography.
And that's a look at what's trending.
Coming up next.
For a second there, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do?
Hair-raising close calls that'll have you on the edge of your seat. Plus movies that can motivate and inspire. Check out our favorites that might kickstart your resolutions. And take a tour with us for some of the best Chinese New Year celebrations across America.
This kind of lets you experience a different culture.
That's all up next on the list.
Welcome back, folks. Now, if you're like me, you might be put off by the word fasting. Maybe it just makes you hungry. But there's more to intermittent fasting than a diet, and it's definitely way more than not eating. We're checking out what it's really all about.
It's exploding in the headlines as it's shrinking waistlines. Intermittent fasting is more popular than ever.
The benefits and the research really started all around longevity. And then all of a sudden, people started losing a little bit of weight doing this as well. So now it's become really this sort of hot button when it comes to weight loss.
So we turn to nutritionist Dawn Jackson Blattner for the facts on this phenomenon.
Intermittent fasting is going periods without eating. Why that's important to your cells is because it's stressful to not eat for your cells, but that stress actually makes them stronger and live longer. So that's where all the benefits come from.
When you go a certain amount of time without food, you're really putting your cells to work.
So when your cells are growing stronger, that means potential benefits for longevity, anti-inflammatory diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even things like weight loss.
It exploded in popularity when people heard the words weight loss. But it hasn't come without some misconceptions.
People do intermittent fasting wrong, I will tell you, a lot of the time. So a lot of people do think intermittent fasting is this quick fix to weight loss, but really it isn't, and it actually can be harmful to some people.
Dawn warns that it's probably not a good idea for people who have struggled with food issues in the past.
The number one mistake that I see people make is that they just think skipping a meal equals intermittent fasting, and that's not true.
It's not just about blowing off breakfast.
Intermittent fasting still means you eat 3 meals, but you are just doing it in a shorter period of time.
Dawn says you've got some options on how to get started and do it right.
There's stuff like alternate day fasting, where you eat every other day. There's the 5-2 approach, where for 5 days you're eating normally, 2 days you're eating 500 calories or less. There is a preferred style that I like to use and use with my clients. It's called time-restricted eating.
This means that you have periods of eating and periods of not eating.
So for example, it could be a 14-10 style, where for 14 hours you're fasting, but for 10 hours you're placing your 3 meals.
And if you think you're ready, Dawn has a place to start.
One of the ways, if you want to get started with this, is to do the 12-12 method, and that is for 12 hours you're not eating, and for 12 hours you are putting your 3 meals.
If you stop eating at 8 p.m., you'll sleep through most of the fasting anyway. And that's intermittent fasting for all-day results.
Of course, losing a few pounds can be good for your heart, but these next videos sure are not. Teresa Strasser has 3 shocking videos of people who survived really close calls, and they're on the buzz list. Teresa.
Thanks, Shagun. We're glad to see the people involved in these close calls did not have their curtain calls. First, watch 20-year-old Emily Coford nearly slip off a ledge while posing for a picture at Grand Canyon National Park.
For a second there, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do?
Her mother was holding the camera when Emily's foot slipped off after she started backing up for the photo. Luckily, she caught herself before it was too late.
I said, don't take another step back. Twice I said that. Scared and angry all at the same time. So I just went up and grabbed her and said, you just scared me to death, Emily.
I definitely will stay near the rails. Just be extra careful because like people like my mom, like I saw how scared she was.
Good reminder that doing it for the gram isn't always worth it. Next, check out this guy fall on a train track in Oakland, California, right in front of a speeding oncoming train. Luckily, employee John O'Connor pulled him out of the way at the last second. This Twitter video shows the two embracing moments later.
Hey, good work, man.
I don't know about you, but my stomach is pretty much in my throat right now. And the last close call video on our list shows a Jeep running a red light in Phoenix, Arizona, and then nearly hitting a family walking with a stroller. Instead, it collided with another car being driven by a woman and her mom, who were unhurt and frankly thrilled that their car stopped a much worse situation from happening.
You know, the Jeep could have hit that family, but it hit us. I said, it's a blessing.
It really was. That family in the crosswalk was just on their way to buy groceries with their toddler.
It definitely, crossed my mind that this might be it.
The driver has since been arrested, but please, folks, be careful out there whether you're driving or you're walking. Putting you on the edge of your seat on the buzz list.
Wow, those videos, heart-stopping. I'm just happy everyone's okay. Lots more of the list is still to come, so stay with us. Welcome back, folks. We're about 2 weeks into the new year, and if your resolution resolve is fading, hold on. We've got 4 super inspiring movies that'll remind you that there's no obstacle you can't overcome. They're on the hot list.
These 4 movies will keep you on the right track to New Year's resolution success. We're starting with your fitness goals and the classic that'll give you the push you need, Rocky.
There is no tomorrow.
What better motivator than the story of underdog Rocky Balboa, a small-time boxer given the chance to take on a reigning world champion?
Wish me luck, I'm gonna need it.
What is now an 8-movie saga began in 1976 with the original led by Sylvester Stallone. It was a hit, earning 3 Oscars, including Best Picture.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. The wrong one.
Next, if your path this year is towards self-love, look no further than Eat, Pray, Love.
I have not given myself 2 weeks of a breather to just deal with, myself.
Julia Roberts stars in this 2010 drama based on the true story of a woman on a quest towards self-discovery.
This is my life. I'm going for it.
After a painful divorce, she takes off on a trip around the world that teaches her to embrace the unknown.
It's not a bad thing.
Now, if your resolution this year is to head on an epic adventure, Pixar's 2009 hit Up will give you a little dose of the travel bug.
Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
Carl Fredricksen fulfills a lifelong dream and promise to his late wife in this 2-time Oscar-winning movie.
So long, boys!
Mr. Fredricksen, along with uninvited little Russell, travel in a helium balloon-powered house and take a unique journey that will inspire you to also check some items off your bucket list.
With my Wilderness Explorer GPS, we'll never be lost. Oops.
And finally, if your goal is to start your own business, you may find inspiration with the film Joy.
Maybe your dreams are on hold for now.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Jennifer Lawrence stars in this 2015 drama based on the true story of Joy Mangano, a single mom of 3 who becomes a self-made billionaire after her invention, the Miracle Mop.
We got here from hard work, patience, and humility.
Whatever your New Year's resolution, these movies will motivate you on the hot list.
Hey, if those characters can do what they did, you can too. Just hang tough. We'll be right back.
Here's a quick list for you about what to know before you bowl. First, pick the perfect ball.
About 10% of your body weight is a good starting point to find a ball that fits.
Second, find the right fit for your fingers.
Just go around, put your hand in it, find one that feels a little comfortable.
And third, practice the perfect shot.
So you want to start with the ball obviously in your dominant hand. Your first step will be with your non-dominant foot. You just want to have a nice free swing and let it fall forward, let it go towards your target.
For more tips on anything and everything, head on over to thelisttv.com.
We're back, people. The Chinese Year of the Rat kicks off next Saturday. But you don't have to be in China to get in on the festivities. Heidi Fogelsong takes us to some places the holiday is being celebrated across America.
Vibrant, bold, and a time-honored tradition. We're touring Chinese New Year celebrations across America. First up, Chinatown, Los Angeles, California, where everyone is invited to join the festivities.
Let's get in there and check it out.
LA's Chinatown features a traditional temple adorned with beautiful lanterns, food offerings, and a wish tree where you can write and wish for something to come in the new year. Outside, get ready for a colorful parade.
I think it's now time to get some food.
Delicious Chinese cuisine, great culture, and a chance to experience it all at the upcoming Golden Dragon Parade, February 1st, 2020, here in the City of Angels. Next up, Las Vegas, Nevada, where the hotels are decorating big time to celebrate the Chinese New Year.
We're starting out here at the Bellagio. Bellagio always has an amazing display, so I am sure we won't be disappointed.
Walk down the strip and you'll find many more amazing and stunning displays.
There are 3,000 flickering lights inside the 22-foot-long dragon. Ooh, the eyes light up. I kind of wish this thing roared.
Look for special concerts, shows, parties, and great hotel deals as Sin City puts on a show to celebrate the Chinese New Year starting the last week of January. Our final destination takes us east and a smaller version of Chinatown in Washington, D.C.
This kind of lets you experience a different culture in our nation's capital.
D.C.'s Chinatown is located in a small historical neighborhood east of downtown. This Chinatown is known for its Friendship Arch and a great place to find authentic, delicious Chinese food.
There's lots of restaurants, and even some of the businesses like Starbucks and Walgreens have their signs in Chinese. It's a pretty cool place.
You can enjoy a variety of events throughout the D.C. area, including Chinese New Year Family Day at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Families can participate in educational and crafting activities to learn more about the rich culture surrounding this special celebration. D.C. will hold its Chinese New Year parade this year on January 26th. We're honoring the turn of the lunar calendar with these Chinese New Year activities across America.
Thanks, Heidi. Those celebrations seem like a lot of fun, so try to find one that's near you.